one of surprise. Obviously, it's blindsided PSG, and I think one of dread as well in the Parisian fan base, who are not looking forward to another summer of speculation regarding Kylian Mbappe's future. But obviously, this is something that particularly surprised the club, given that Mbappe and his entourage went to L'Equipe first before the club actually found out about this letter. Surprising as well, given the fact that it's it was basically almost too far in advance, really. This decision, there was expected to be some sort of communication whether or not Mbappe would stay on for another year at the end of July. But for him to have communicated this decision sort of 6 weeks in advance certainly wasn't something that the PSG were expecting to hear about so soon.
Yeah, because 2 weeks ago at the awards ceremony, Mbappe said that he wanted to stay. Do we think this is a power play from him?
I don't think it can be ruled out at this moment in time. You're right. He did declare just 2 weeks ago at the UNFP awards ceremony, after he picked up another Player of the Year title, that he would be staying at PSG next season. I don't think that's necessarily changed. We've just seen Real Madrid, who are obviously the favourites to sign him at some point in the future, already signed Jude Bellingham. So the chances of them being able to put the finances together to potentially land him this summer, that would already be complicated. We know as well that PSG are saying farewell to Lionel Messi. Sergio Ramos is going as well. And there are attempts on PSG's part to try and separate from Neymar as well. So that would leave Kylian Mbappe as the undisputed top dog. So I don't think necessarily that his plans to be playing for PSG next season have changed. However, there has been a long-term feeling that 2024 would be his final year in Paris, and that he would likely sign off having represented France at the Olympics in Paris in the summer of 2024. So at this moment in time, I don't think that sort of objective has changed too much, but obviously the impact of that decision means that PSG are now in a difficult situation where they have to either try to convince him to extend his stay even further, or potentially look to cash in on him this summer, or risk losing him on a free, which is deja vu for PSG given the situation they were in last year.
Given the fact that PSG were willing to change the club's approach to suit Mbappe, how are they going to be feeling about this latest development?
I mean, I think they're going to be frustrated. There is a lot of annoyance on PSG's part at the way that this news has come about, sort of in the last 24 hours, especially the fact that they weren't informed before L'Equipe. But also, I think there is a great sense of frustration as well, given that they've made what they feel to be significant changes to the playing squad since he extended his contract, and there are going to be significant efforts made once more for players who are compatible with the sort of system that gets the best out of Kylian Mbappe will be brought in again this summer. We've already seen that they're extremely active on the transfer market front. You've got free transfer lined up for Asensio, Skriniar as well from Inter, and also Manuel Ugarte, who PSG beat Chelsea to the signature of. So there are going to be changes made to this PSG squad that should be beneficial to Mbappe, and I think PSG feel like they're putting in longer term structures in place for him to have the best sporting project and obviously the best chance of success.
And what are we expecting? A big rebuild at PSG this summer, Jonathan?
I think we'll see a bigger rebuild than we did last year. I think obviously having the World Cup in the middle of the season was an extremely limiting factor. It was impossible to see the likes of Messi and Neymar move on while they were preparing to take part in Qatar. And I think as well now there is the opportunity with a number of those big contracts, from players on big wages coming to an end, Messi leaving, Ramos leaving, that already frees up a significant amount of salary space. And then you've also got the potential to move on Neymar as well, which feels now like it would be a crucial, piece to the jigsaw, given, that he's also on, very high wages. And that would enable PSG to potentially build around Mbappe, and also potentially revise his contract situation as well, which is perhaps where this, pressure point comes from now.